the Hollow Grove. Even the name sent shivers down the spines of locals. It was a place whispered about in hushed tones, a place where darkness lingered and secrets hid. Legends spoke of travelers lost forever within its depths, their screams swallowed by the dense woods. The trees themselves seemed to twist and writhe, their branches reaching out like skeletal fingers. The air grew heavy with dread the closer one got, a palpable sense of unease settling upon the bravest of souls. Some dismissed the stories as mere folklore, tales to frighten children and keep them away from the woods. But those who lived on the edge of the grove knew better. They had heard the whispers on the wind, the disembodied laughter echoing through the trees. They had seen the strange lights flickering amongst the trees at night, lights that seemed to dance and beckon. The Hollow Grove was not a place for the faint of heart. James and Lily, young and adventurous, scoffed at the local legends. City dwellers through and through, they craved the thrill of the unknown, the adrenaline rush of venturing off the beaten path. Armed with a map, a compass, and an abundance of enthusiasm, they set off into the Hollow Grove, eager to conquer its supposed horrors. The air was cool and crisp as they entered the woods, the sunlight filtering through the dense canopy in dappled patterns. The trail was clear, marked by the occasional blaze on a tree trunk. "See?" James said, his voice echoing in the stillness. "Nothing to be afraid of." Lily laughed, her eyes sparkling with excitement. "Let's see what this haunted forest is all about." As they ventured deeper, the forest began to change. The air grew heavy, thick with the scent of damp earth and decaying leaves. The sunlight faded, swallowed by the increasingly dense canopy. The trees, once strong and majestic, now seemed to twist and contort, their branches reaching out towards the hikers like grasping claws. Lily shivered, pulling her jacket tighter around her. The silence, once peaceful, was now oppressive, broken only by the sound of their own footsteps and the occasional snap of a twig. James, though starting to feel uneasy himself, tried to maintain an air of confidence. He checked his compass, frowning as he noticed the needle spinning erratically. "Must be some magnetic interference," he muttered, more to himself than to Lily. They emerged into a clearing, a sense of wrongness washing over them. The trees surrounding the clearing were twisted and gnarled, their branches intertwined to form a grotesque canopy. In the center of the clearing lay a still black pond, its surface reflecting nothing but the oppressive darkness of the woods. A figure stood at the edge of the pond, its back to them. It was tall and slender, draped in what appeared to be a long, dark cloak. "Hello?" James called out, his voice trembling slightly. The figure didn't respond. It remained motionless, as if it hadn't heard him. James and Lily exchanged a nervous glance. As they took a step closer, the figure slowly turned. It had no face. Where there should have been eyes, a nose, a mouth, there was only smooth, featureless skin. Lily gasped, her hand flying to her mouth to stifle a scream. James felt a chill run down his spine, a primal fear gripping his heart. They turned to run, but the path behind them had vanished. They were trapped. The figure began to glide towards them, its movements fluid and unnerving. James and Lily were frozen in terror, their eyes wide with fear. They knew in that moment that they were going to die. The Hollow Grove had claimed them. Years later, other hikers would stumble upon the clearing, drawn by the same sense of wrongness that had permeated the air. And there, at the edge of the pond, they would see two figures, their backs to the newcomers, their forms unnaturally still. The cycle would continue, the legend of the Hollow Grove growing with each lost soul.